Welcome to LEGOLAND Windsor, my first visit of the 2026 season. It is a glorious day, doesn't look it now but it will be, and basically I'm going to show you around, tell you some updates and tell you some facts. Here we go. So this is the entrance where you scan your ticket, Merlin Pass, ticket office to your right, the toilets to your left. This is where we get scanned by the staff. Anyway, guest services to your right, coffee shop to your left, and the gift shop straight in front of you, and the cake, what's celebrating 30 years of this theme park being open. It's a lovely cake. Round it is basically all the rides. There's some Lego men at the top of that structure. There's some weird creature there with some Lego construction man. Hill train straight in front of you. You can't really see it because of the tree with the butterflies, which is a cute ad. Whenever that was added, I do not know. Then there's a giraffe to your right. Left is a Fortnite llama, the only Fortnite item in the whole park. This is where you get your cups, your refills, and snacks and lunch boxes. Basically a snack shack, if you really want to call it that. Across from the path is the refills. Not sure how much it is. You refill it by putting your cup down and selecting the drink what's not greyed out. That's a water feature. Not sure if it will have water in it, but I assume it does because it has a plug hole at the bottom of this path. So this is a dragon blasting out music. It's a very good addition to the park. This path leads down to the mini figure speedway eventually if you turn off at the right point. Otherwise you just keep going somewhere. Can't tell you where, but somewhere. It's very long to get down to the bottom because we're on a hill. This building here is where you can build cars to test them. This is a Ferrari. It is built to scale, which is really good for the park. And this is where you build the cars and test them, which is really fun. I've never done it because I'm more interested about the theme park side of things. But the 4D show you're about to see is not open, which is straight in front of you now. It's not open due to them upgrading it, and I'm not sure if it's going to be any better. I'm not sure if it's going to be any worse, but we'll find out in the later. We are now approaching Mini Figure Speedway. It's a dueling shuttle coaster, the first of its kind in a Legoland theme park. Basically, you're either Team Orange or Blue, which is Team Legends or Team All-Star. This is the queue line. It is quite good because it's like themed to racing, which is the theme of the coaster. We have ridden Mini Figure Speedway. It is very fun. Now it's time for Miniland. Miniland is basically a land full of Lego. So basically London made out of Lego. The Kennedy Space Station made out of Lego. Or the Chinese place, well I can't remember what it's called, the place in Australia, and Kennedy Space Centre, as you can see, and the space rocket, and what that building is, and the Moulin Rouge, France, I could tell you that one, and the Eiffel Tower. This is England. It's not the best area in my opinion, but it's still really good with its moving parts. This is London, one of the oldest parts of the Miniland area, with some updated parts once every couple of years, but my favourite part is coming up in a minute, which is the London Underground. This is Buckingham Palace, and this is my favourite part. This has been here forever. I can't remember a time when it wasn't here. So this is Scotland. It's really good because it's got boats. I love moving parts. And then we see more of Scotland with its boats. Then we move over to Wales. The castle I do not know because I've never been there. So if it's realistic, comment down below. But then this is Rugby, and then we move on to the other parts of Wales. It's not the best part because it's got no moving parts really. That's what it boils down to. But then we move over to another bit of England, which is a racetrack. Silverstone, made out of Lego of course, but it's got an amusement park attached to it with some moving parts like the Ferris wheel and the planes and the bumper car. Now I'm going to show you the last building. I do not know what the building is. Now we're leaving Miniland to go on Fairy Tale Brook, which is located inside Duplo Valley. There is one coaster called Duplo Dino Coaster, which is in front of you. Basically, Duplo is big bricks, not the tiny small ones you see across the park, the massive ones for children. Also in front of you is Duplo Playtown, which is a playground located in Duplo Valley. So this is Fairy Tale Brook. It's basically a fairy tale ride located in Duplo Valley, as I said before. Never used the staff daughters round the queue line because I've never been young enough to be using them. Anyway, it's a water ride where you sit in some troughs, but I'm going to show you the highlights because otherwise you'll get bored and you'll switch off, as I know from previous videos. That's a wolf. You'll see that multiple times. 3 little pigs. I'm going to blow your house down. Huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down. Basically. Then you got a guy on a horse. You got a guy who's fallen over. I do not know what he's from because I'm not that into fairy tales. I'm more into the theme parks. But Sleeping Beauty, some children waving at you, no idea who they are. Jack and Jill, maybe. That is Gingerbread House, they're eating it, that's all I know, with an old lady inside. Can't tell you much more. The 7 Dwarfs, I know them. Cinderella, Cinderella, Cinderella. You'll see it 3 times, that's why I said it 3 times. That's the fairy who gives her the slipper. That is now Cinderella again. Don't need to say it more. That's a genie pulling the stone, but unsuccessfully because it's a cave. These are Indian fairy tales. Not sure what they are. I guess it's Aladdin. Yes, I'm going to go for Aladdin or a genie in the bottle. Yeah, one of them two. I don't mind. But next up is the 3 bears. Just right. Too big, too small. Yeah. And then you've got the Little Red Riding Hood with the wolf again, but she's beating the wolf up. Now, the world's biggest drop on a water ride. 3, 2, 1. Wow, that was a big drop. Basically, smile for the camera. But I don't need the photo because obviously I filmed it all. So, pretty useless that camera. I've never seen anyone buy it. But now we are exiting to Lego City. Basically it has Coast Guard HQ, learner driver for younger kids, learner driver and fire and rescue one, whatever it's called. But we're going to go on Coast Guard HQ. Here we go. Now we're exiting the Coast Guard. That's the train. I'm surprised it's actually going today, because the last times I've been there, not going. A, because they can't be bothered. B, because it's broken. Or C, all the above. Now we're going on Haunted House Monster Party. Been in there once. Did I get through it all? No, I didn't. It broke down when I was in there. So, actually, to get through it this time was a bonus. What a ride. There's one in Alton Towers called Hex. Now we're going to another ride I forgot to mention is in Lego City, is the Deep Sea Adventure. Basically, it's a ride where you see the sea creatures of whatever the ocean is. I'm not sure what the ocean would be called because I'm not an expert. There's another shot of the train. They have to wave at you. They've got no choice. Apparently it's a rule. The rule is you have to wave. If you don't wave, you're sad and lonely. But it's not true. You don't have to wave. Just made it all up because most people do. So this is the ride queue. It's quite plain, if you can agree. There's a shark in it though. That's the best bit of it. It's meant to be a 50-minute queue on a busy day. But look, I just walked straight on. I'm not going to lie. You have to walk straight on it because otherwise it's not worth it. Because it's quite short. So basically there is Lego bits inside the ride. But the things moving are actually real creatures. A shark and some other creatures, but I don't want to name them because I don't know every single creature, fish or sea anemone in the tanks. But that's the ride. It's quite short. Anyway, it needs to be longer. If it was longer, it'd be worth the queue of the 50 minutes I mentioned earlier. But if you're waiting 50 minutes, you might as well not bother because it's quite short and not worth it. Everyone says it's not worth it for a 50-minute queue, but if it is to you, then go on it. This is just a recommendation, so don't come and shoot me. But now we're exited the Deep Sea Adventure, we are gonna head on the train. How exciting! A train! I love trains. Yeah, it's true. So it's located in Hot Lake City, where the 30th birthday show was. We didn't see it because we weren't there when it was on. But anyway, it's a good show. You must see it before the end of the 2026 season or the birthday celebration. Yeah. So this is the Legoland Express. It only has one station because you go round in a circle. Advertised as a 10-minute queue because it takes 5 minutes to go round and 5 minutes for them to load. No idea why it takes 5 minutes to load because there's no one here, but besides the point, it's Merlin. They're always slow. These will be the highlights of the train because otherwise you'd be sitting here for nearly 5 minutes longer than you need to be. Anyway, so as we come up to this building, this is Laser Raider, basically a shooting ride, but it's very unaccurate. Look, I told you they have to wave, but it's not really that great of a ride if you want accuracy. Look, there's bananas under here as well, but they're held by, you guessed it, monkeys. As you go around, you see some attractions, like the haunted house, which is the black thing In front of you is Heart Lake City, where the show was going on actually. And then you see Coast Guard HQ and one hotel and the Deep Sea Adventure, which is a good combination of rides in the park. This park is brilliant for kids and Lego lovers like me, I guess. So, upcoming next is a Venus flytrap after the guests of the haunted house, and then you head back, of course, because all rides come to an end eventually, like now. I hope you enjoyed that ride as much as I did. Now we're heading to Heart Lake City shop, where they sell Lego Friends themed sets and some other few bits like magnets, keychains and Legoland themed Lego sets and some unicorns. There is a room to your left, but I didn't go in it because I forgot about it. And mostly Lego Friends. After this shop, we're going to the Flights of the Skyline, which is the UK's first flying theatre and also the first UK flying Lego theatre, which I never thought I'd say. It's in the Mythica section. It has multiple rides. I'm not going to say what they are because I just won't. This is the flying theatre with the lion sticking out of the building. Basically, there's a guy filming. I never see them. Well, it's a rare occurrence actually, but basically a 10-minute queue, basically 5 minutes of waiting and 5 minutes of getting ready, really. So basically a 0-minute queue, as the rest of them were. So what a ride. Basically you go through and fly around a couple of areas and meet some mythical creatures and stuff. It's not scary, it's just fun. Now we are heading over to Laser Radar. Is a shooting ride, as I mentioned earlier, and I mentioned it's the most inaccurate thing to mankind. The only problem is the queues were empty, so it feels really long to get into it. Also, you got to wait for a train to pass if you catch it the wrong time, but sadly we did not. So here we go. You have to cross this train line to get to it. So this is the queue line. It's quite red, and this is the children area. I'm not sure what the purpose of it is, but yeah. Meet your grown-ups here. I don't know. Most people queue straight through this, so I don't know what they mean, but oh well. I can't really, it's like an Indiana Jones like ride theme, but I can't really describe it anywhere else. But it's quite good theming. It is quite short. It feels quite shorter than Toon Blaster at Chessington World of Adventure, but it might be because that one stops, but realistically it's a good ride for all. Now we're going to be heading out of this queue line. I'm going to show you one ride which isn't working due to people fixing it. Also, there's PS5s out here for some bizarre reason. I've got no idea why, but they just are. Oh look, that's the ride. It's Scarab Bouncer. Definitely not working because there's people working on it. It's a bit obvious. Now we're going to be heading to Ninjago. This is another shooting ride, but this one you have to kind of levitate your hand over a sensor and pull it backwards and forwards, and then something shoots. It's quite hard to work it. I've never got it working perfectly all the time. Some screens are perfect and some screens are not, but it's based on Lego Ninjago. So it's quite a good ride, but if you can get it working. If you can't get it working, then it's quite boring. It's also 4D. Not much more I can say about this ride than what I've already said, but you can pick your colours. Like it's green, pink, blue, yellow, I think. I can't remember the top of my head, but if you ride it you can find that. Then you get a score, you can pay for your photo, and then you head out. There is that ride. There is a climbing wall to the left, but now we're heading to the pirate themed area just to walk through it, because A, the pirate boat wasn't working, and B, I didn't want to get wet on the log flume. But our most aim now is to go to the Dragon, which is a roller coaster in a themed area. So the themed area was Lego Castle, but in the Lego Castle there's like 2 roller coasters and 1 flat ride. Flat rides are basically not roller coasters and not track rides, so this is the only ride what's actually worth it in here, which is a coaster. But the others are a spinning ride, flat ride, which is also worth it, but it's not a coaster. So, and there's a child coaster, which is slower than this and not as long. But it's a 5-minute queue. It's not really a 5-minute queue, it's just how long it takes to walk from start to the finish. As I couldn't show you all of it because it would take you 5 minutes. Here are the highlights of the queue line, which ain't really that much, as it's castle themed. Yeah, I can't show you on the ride because of Merlin rules, Lego and stuff. But here's the train. It takes quite a lot of people. You could have lapped it. If you ask when it's empty, you probably could have lapped it. But now we are heading to the exit. I'm not going to show you getting there because it'll take too long. So I'll see you when we get there. So this is the Lego shop. Basically, it's full of all the Lego sets possible, including the new smart brick. I don't like the smart brick because it takes away your imagination. But this is the main gift shop where you can spend 15 quid all the way up to 300 quid plus. It gets quite busy at the end of the day. This was 3 o'clock, so not that busy, but it wasn't busy because the park wasn't busy. This is where you can build your own Lego figure and really customise it. There was some school trips there, which I don't know why, because it was a Tuesday in March, so it's got literally everything. It's got Fortnite, Lego Friends, and the Legoland sets, including Star Wars. There was a really good Star Wars themed walkthrough at one point in this park, but they sadly removed it for unknown reasons. But as we exit, we're gonna leave you because I have to play golf, and I couldn't film the golf, so I'm going to have to leave you here. So I hope you enjoyed this vlog, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.